Hi everyone, welcome back to another class. So in today's class I'm going to be showing you another method of making your stencil, of making your screen. It's an olden days method, but we are going to be using another material. To make our stencil I'm going to be using vinyl. Yeah, vinyl to make it. You can use your vinyl to make it. In fact, then they normally use paper to make it, but I'm going to be using vinyl. So before I go further, let me tell you something that is very important for you to know. You know, on this channel I've been using heat transfer vinyl. So we have two different types of vinyl. We have heat transfer, the one that you need to apply it, whether you iron, whether it press, before you can get what you want, before it will stick to the surface you want to put it, maybe your t-shirt or anything you want to apply it on. There's another one that is called adhesive vinyl. That adhesive vinyl is divided into two: the removable one and the permanent one. Yeah, there's one this adhesive vinyl, these are the one that they normally use to customize your mug, your tumbler. They normally use it to even to customize the wall. Yeah, especially when you go for all this wedding or birthday ceremony that you just see something on the wall, you can use removable vinyl for that. After that, you just remove it to stick. And also for maybe all these events t-shirt that you just quickly want to make, and you don't want to be using it subsequently, you just want it for that particular day, like Christmas. You don't want to be wearing Christmas t-shirt in April, you understand? So you can always use removable vinyl for that, and after that you just remove it. So in today's video I'm going to be using removable vinyl to make my stencil. So this is how it is. You can see I've already applied ink on this, so you see I've already done this. See, this is how you can see the way our stencil is. What I just did was just to take my design and I plotted my design. I'm going to be showing you how to weed this with your hand. You don't need weeding tool. If you don't have, you don't have to bother that you don't have weeding tool. If you don't have weeding tool, you can always use your hand. I'm going to show you how you can achieve that. It's very easy and simple. I'm sure you're going to enjoy the class and you're going to learn something, especially for you that are still having issues with exposure. This is something that you can do. Anybody can do it. All right, so let's go to the table.
So I'm going to start by weeding my vinyl. So this vinyl has already been plotted. Don't forget I'm using adhesive vinyl, meaning one part of this vinyl is sticky. Yeah, there is permanent and there is removable. Don't forget that. All right, so this vinyl has already been plotted. So what is plotting, for the sake of some of us that are still new to customization? So plotting is just a way of using a particular type of machine to trace out your design or to cut your material, like a stable material like vinyl, like paper, like flex, to cut it out. Yeah, instead of using like blade or anything, to cut it out perfectly well for you. Now if you are using your vinyl as your stencil, like what we are doing today, like what we are doing in this video, you have to mirror your design. Yeah, if you are designing it by yourself, make sure you mirror it. If it's somebody that is designing your artwork for you, you have to mirror it. You're going to see the reason, because it's very important, the reason why you need to mirror your design later on as you go on the video. But it's very important for you to mirror because of the placement of your screen. Yeah, now I'm using my hand to weed my vinyl. There's a particular tool called weeding tool. There's a weeding tool for weeding this instead of using your hand. But for the sake of some of us that don't have weeding tool, you can always use your hand. And you can see the way I'm doing it gently. You have to be careful so you won't have to pull out the tiny designs. So all right, so and I'm removing the cut out design because I'm using it for my stencil. If not, you can, if you are just using the, if you want to use it for any other thing, you're supposed to remove the whole part of it and it will remain only your design. Now for this project, you need something called transfer sheet. If you are in Nigeria here, is majorly called picker. Yeah, when you go to the vendor, people that sell it, they'll call it picker or carrier. So I don't have picker, but I'm going to improvise by using my my sticker. So I've used this for one of the projects here on this channel, so I have it at home. So that is what I'm going to be using to pick my vinyl. So when you are doing this, when you are putting your picker or your transfer sheet, you have to be extra careful because the picker is very sticky and you have a lot of bubbles. So you will use your squeegee or something flat to remove the bubbles, as you've seen me do in the video. Now it's time to put our design or our artwork on the screen. Okay, so I'm going to remove the paper part of it so it will remain the sticky part. So what the carrier does is just to be able to carry the vinyl, yeah, from the paper so that I'll be able to stick it. Now you're going to use your squeegee or any flat material, any flat thing to remove all the bubbles and to make sure the vinyl is sticky to the mesh. So that is why you see me turn it around. So I'm going to remove my picker, so it will now remain the vinyl. So I want you to follow me step by step so that you understand. So after removing your picker, make sure you remove all the bubbles, and the next thing we'll do is to put our tape. So there's a painter's tape, or you can also use packing tape, as you see me do on the video. So I'm using packing tape. Okay, this taping of your artwork is very important to prevent any kind of leakage. I always emphasize on this. All right, so it's time to start printing. So to prevent your ink from going through your t-shirt or your material, you have to put a barrier in the middle. It can be a carton, it can be wood, it can be cardboard, it can be anything that will form a barrier. Okay, so I'm just going to position my screen. It is time to print. I'm going to position my screen where I want it to be. See guys, this method some may see it as lazy man method, but I'm seeing it as smart way of doing things. Yes. Especially if you don't have many projects to do, you just go ahead and you don't have time for screening or exposure, I mean. So you just go ahead and use this method. Okay, so the ink I'm using is vinyl, is oil paint, meaning it's going to dry on its own. So I don't need heat press, or I don't need iron on it. So I'm just going to air dry it so it will dry on its own. Now I want you to pay attention to this part. I lifted my mesh and I flooded the screen. Yeah, it's very important. Please lift up your mesh and flood it before you put it down. Then you now put pressure. Do you understand? You lift your mesh up first, then you flood it with your ink, then you just go ahead and put pressure on it. Then we are done. See how it's simple. I'm always looking for a way of making it, even more simpler for you so that you get it. For some of you that want to make something like this and you are still finding it difficult to expose, I think this is more easier for you, abi. Okay, so if you are making a lot of projects and you are using, especially when you are using this kind of ink that dries, please always flood your screen before you continue, before you remove your t-shirt, or not. If not, the surface is going to dry. Yeah, you will not like it. I hope you enjoyed this class. Please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Please comment in the comment section below, it's very important. And don't forget to share it to your loved one. Don't be selfish. All right, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.